Nico, I have to imagine that was very disappointing, how you would feel about Game 1 here tonight.
Yeah, obviously not the way we want to start it here, but it's one game, so we've got a chance on Thursday to tie this up. We've got to focus on that right now.
What did you feel that maybe they were doing, or was it more jitters on your end? Like, how do you sort of see the way things played out?
I mean, we didn't use our chance in the power play. They did, and that definitely hurt us tonight. Special teams, got to look on that. And other than that, I think we gave our effort. Wasn't lacking on that. I think we were all excited for tonight, but that's how it goes sometimes. And now we just gotta, obviously, look what we did wrong and focus for Game 2 here. It's a 7-game series.
How much did the experience play a factor at all tonight, do you think?
We were all. Everybody has played playoffs in some sort of his life, and obviously maybe not here, but we don't want to look at that at all. I think we have some guys in here that have played a lot of playoff games. Guy here that won the cup, so he knows exactly what it takes now and what we need now. So it's definitely that time of the year. We're going to listen to him.
Do you have to be a little bit?
What went wrong on the power play from your bench?
We just got to put more pucks in that.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to be a little more patient. It looked like they were blocking a lot of shots.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, props to them. They blocked a lot of shots. I think Sturkin made some huge saves. Could have gone in maybe at some point, but like I said, lost that game. It is what it is now. We look forward for Thursday.
How tough was Sturkin?
Yeah, you played good.
You're one of the guys that was really brought in here for that ample experience. What do you hope that this young team learned about what it takes in a playoff game tonight with the way things went?
Got to be at your best, and I don't believe we were at our best today. And you can look at the reasons they are what they are, but that's just the bottom line. And we lose the first one at home, and pretty quickly here we're already focused on Game 2, and we need to win that one.
Could you sense a little bit of?
Can you take something from that second 10 minutes stretch, after the first 10 minutes, that second stretch of the game where you kind of controlled the play?
Yeah, I think it was pretty evident that we kind of settled into the game a little bit and felt more comfortable. A lot of jitters, obviously, going into the game, and great atmosphere, and so the start wasn't quite what we wanted, and we had great opportunities there. We got early power plays, and we just couldn't get that start. Couldn't get it started.
Sorry about that. Did you feel that there was some jitters out there? You didn't look like your guys' selves in the first 10 minutes or so.
I think there's always jitters. It's just kind of how you handle them, and I think we learned a little bit of a lesson. I think we're going to be fine going forward.
Obviously playoffs, guys are going to sell out, block shots. What kind of adjustment you got to make when they're, throwing their bodies in front of the puck?
Well, they did a good job of getting in lanes. I thought we certainly did have some looks, and that's how it is. It's hard to score, and especially in the playoffs, and their goalie was good, and we just got to do a better job of creating second chances, getting some more pucks to the net, and making it harder for their goalies to see the pucks.
Your team has been able to rebound all season. Last time you lost kind of like this, you came back with a great performance. You take that experience into that as a group?
Yeah, I think that's we've done it all year long. I feel like whenever people doubt us, that's when you see our best game, and that's, like I said, we're already focused on Game 2 and make some adjustments, I'm sure, going into that one, and looking for a better effort.
Special teams are always going to be huge in a playoff series. Is that a big part of tonight's game when you look at the special teams on both sides?
I think it kind of gave a chance for one of the teams to get kind of started. We didn't score, and then they kind of quickly after got that first one. It's, you can always look at it different ways, but we get a goal there in the power play to start the game. Never know how it's going to turn out, and get the crowd going, and everyone's more confident. But it didn't work that way today, and definitely got to do a better job on the penalty kill going forward.
Of your start, and how did you guys handle it?
Obviously, it's not the start we wanted. I think that's pretty easy to say. I don't know, they get an early goal after a couple of missed power plays by us. It's just a momentum swing. You need to find a way to deal with that. At the same time, I think we're not going to blow it up. It's one game. We'll probably chalk that one up. It was not the way you wanted to start playoffs. But I think we've got a lot of young guys that there's probably a lot of jitters. I think that might be understated how nervous you are to start. You don't know what to expect and stuff like that. So definitely tough, but we need to learn from it and improve on it and find ways to kind of get a little momentum and try to tilt the ice in our direction.
Penalties are going to be a factor. How much more do you have to be a little bit smarter and obviously not put yourself in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, tough giving up the ones we did. I mean, we'll look at it, we'll work on it. We had our chances too. You can't say that it was lopsided calls or anything like that. We had our chances, they had their chances, they scored on theirs, we didn't. It's kind of the way it goes sometimes. We just need to, power plays and penalty kills are big in playoffs, big momentum swings, it's going to happen. 5-on-5 is such tight checking that there's no one that's skipping out on a back check this time of year. So you really need to find ways to score and to shut down special teams, and we need to be better in that area.
Did you feel at a certain point, or at what point really, did you feel like maybe you guys were accessing your game a little more, maybe settled down into the game? Was there a certain point where you felt that?
I'm not sure that there was a certain point. The game, I think we were chasing it all night after we were giving up the two early, but I think that we started to settle down after the first period. I think the first period we were a little jumpy and we're a puck possession team, and I don't think we played that way in the start of the game. So that could be partly jitters, and it just we're going to learn from it and be better next game.
What you know about this team is that you guys respond well after losses. I mean, how important is what you guys have experienced throughout the year a really important part of what's coming up on Thursday?
Yeah, I think there's I'm not sure the right way to describe it. There's something with our group that the same way we've kind of taken the expectations at the start of the year and said we can be better than that, is the same way we'll take this game and not worry about the outside noise, and just we need to look inward and find a way to be better. And we found a way to win a lot of games all year against good teams. So we're capable of it. We just need to regroup and have a better effort.
The playoffs are all about handling adversity, and that's what you have to learn as a team.
Yeah, I think adversity in a series, it's a long series. I mean, it's tough to win 4 games. It's long. That's one that's kind of a wash now, but we need to find a way to handle adversity throughout the game and also throughout the series. So we'll have a day here and we'll come back better.
About the ineffective power play early that kind of set the tone early in that game.
You know, I think that's a part of it. I thought we had guys that, didn't handle the puck very well early. I thought probably nerves, jitters. I think everybody in that room that hasn't been in a playoff game now knows what it's like to be in a playoff game, to experience that type of atmosphere.
When you're someone who has experience, what do you tell a younger team now and hoping that they build on after this game?
I don't think I have to tell them a lot, because every time we were backed into a corner this year, we came out and played really good hockey. Played tough games, bad games, and we always responded. I don't think we played a bad game. We've got to give the Rangers a lot of credit. There wasn't much ice out there for either team. That's playoff hockey. So we're going to find a way to make sure that our special teams are better. But I think the good thing is now everybody's got a game under their belt.
How much do you need your team to kind of tap into that strong mentality, not, just in their heads putting this aside, especially a lot of guys who this is their first experience?
Well, for a couple of days we've been talking about if you win, you got to put it away. If you lose, you got to put it away. The tough thing in the playoffs is, you can't. I can't live in tonight. I got to live for tomorrow and then the day after tomorrow. And I've told the team that that's the emotional highs and lows you're going to deal with. Put it away. I can't focus on tonight's game anymore. I've got to focus on what's ahead of us.
Lindy, was the first 10 minutes kind of where they set the tone?
I think the first 10 minutes, when you get 2 power plays and we don't execute, and I just thought we had the jitters. We didn't handle the puck well. We had 3 or 4 shot attempts that we missed the net by a large margin. Shots that I felt we could have got on net. And I think when you miss those opportunities, it kind of fueled them a little bit. So we could have made a big difference by executing. We didn't. Now we move on.
And did you take any solace in the stretch after those first 10 minutes where you really kind of controlled play a little bit more, even if you know it wasn't producing?
That's a tough one. I mean, you look at the momentum in the game, like you try to capture momentum. There was times we captured it. We didn't spend a lot of time on our own end. But at the same time, the opportunity for them to take our momentum away was there, and they did it. You got to give them credit. They blocked a lot of shots. They were better in the shot lanes than we were. It's one area that our guys have to understand, that every shot at net is an important shot now.
And you know it's immediately after the game here, but what can maybe change on the power play? You didn't generate any shots on the 4 power plays tonight.
Well, I think you just nailed it. We have to funnel pucks there. If you look at their power play goals, a shot going wide that ends up hitting Kreider that goes in. Their first play is a shot that they're shooting for a person off the side of the net. So if personnel's in the shot lane, we have to do a better job of getting off the net and being ready to shot pass, redirect, those type of opportunities. But we'll take a look at all that tomorrow again.
What did you think of the pressure you put on Shesterkin tonight? Do you think it was enough?
Well, I think the Rangers, like I said, are a good team. They did defend well. We had some opportunities that we didn't execute on. You have to when you get those opportunities, you have to try to take advantage of them. We had a few opportunities where we had good net front presence, made them fight to see it. There was other opportunities I thought we're going to have to do a better job.
What did you think of Vanecek's game tonight?
I think he was like the rest of the team. You can't put him in any other category than that. We didn't. Our power play didn't execute. Our penalty killing didn't execute. There's probably a couple goals that he would like back in his case. So you look at our group as a whole. It was a group that it was a missed opportunity to set a tone inside the game that we didn't set.